Aquarius, this is the third time that I've tried to do your reading, but my kid has been distracting me completely beyond belief. So usually we can work together. Me and her, we figure it out, but today it's not so. She's just not having it, and now she's over there eating her fake dinosaur. But I don't know what she's doing after that. We'll see how this goes. So this is take 3 on the Aquarius read. I've already said a prayer, shuffled, and began your reading 3 times. So 2 times the situation has been pretty much the same energy coming out. So I'm just gonna run with the last one, which was the same as the very first one. Second one I did was pretty distracted. So I really feel like this is the energy that you're in, Aquarius. Like I said, I already did say the prayer, and I pulled out your stones for the end of the read. I've done some meditating on your energy, and this is what I'm picking up for you. I really feel there's a situation where somebody's got you in your head thinking, what am I doing still waiting around? Why am I even trying to put energy into somebody if these are the games they're gonna play still with me? Are they playing games? Or you're kind of like, is this the same old game that they play every time? Are these their same old threats? Or is this something more? You really feel like this person's always full of shit. Like they always make all these threats, but they don't follow through with them. Like they make a lot of promises they don't keep, and a lot of threats they don't follow through with. So pretty much you've been working with this person for 3 years to 8 years, okay? Like it could be a work partnership. It could be like somebody who you employ, somebody who you have a business with, or somebody you have been married to, contracted to in some way or another. Some of you may even be threatening divorce, or they may be threatening divorce to you, because I really feel like this is something in a situation with somebody you've dealt with before. They may be threatening to quit. Oh, I'm gonna go quit and go work for your brother. You know, if your brother owns a business similar to yours or something like that, Aquarius. So this person could always be making these threats, full of threats all the time, empty threats and empty promises. But however, you've been dealing with this energy for a long time. And excuse me, I'm sweating because I am on a strike against PG&E right now. They're winning. Anyway, so we have the Knight of Wands here in the reverse. Somebody who makes a lot of threats or makes a lot of promises about doing a lot of things, and really they're just not somebody you can rely on. They're not somebody that you can depend on. They're not somebody that you can also take too serious too. These are the games that they played probably multiple times, or the threats that they made multiple times, and you're not really knowing whether or not to take them seriously. But something about this kind of feels a little bit different this time. Something about this seems a little more, it's got you more in your head than normal. You're starting to wonder if this is just another one of their threats or another one of their games, or if there's something more to it this time. And it's kind of got you wondering, why do I even put up with this? Why do I even stick around for this? Why do I continue to even tolerate this energy, or just to play into this? Like, I'm better than this. I don't need to deal with this. But for some reason or another, with the Eight of Swords here in the sideways position, the Three of Pentacles in the sideways position, there might be children involved, by the way. This could be a father to your children. This could be a mother to your children. This could be a sibling that you have hired, or a nephew or niece you've hired to work for you. And they may still owe you money. They may make promises to pay you back, make very, very little effort. And you're just like, Jesus, why do I always put myself in this situation? Why do I always loan this idiot money? They never completely, fully pay me back anyways, and I just have to write off the debt. And so that's another situation for some of you. But I really do feel like for a lot of you, it's somebody you were married to, or who's played games with you in the past and is full of all these promises and full of all these threats that they never really followed through with either. You've been really stuck in your head wondering this time if they are more serious than before. They really are not trying to communicate with you at all, or vice versa. They're really not taking on responsibilities of the family matters that they should be. You really feel that they lack the responsibility or the integrity to be trusted with either your money or your children or your business assets. So this person's not very, very, very reliable. And you think that they're a fucking liar, to tell you the truth, you know? But for some reason, something about this threat or this promise that they made you, or something about it this time is just a little more serious than times in the past with the Judgment here. Okay, could be dealing with the Sagittarius, Aquarius, any fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Virgo. Yeah, so some of you can even literally be contemplating firing this person if they work for you, even if they are family. Going after them and taking something that belongs to them that's financially valuable because of the money that they owe you, and you're sick of hearing the excuses. Some of you could be considering taking the children away from the other parent for like a custody matter or something like that, or just separating yourself from the children and the mother if you are a male. And no matter what that means, you know that's gonna have to be a sacrifice. But something about this situation, you're sick of repeating cycles here with this person, and just something about it this time has got you more in reflection and thinking, you know what, this time I'm not going to let them choose for me. I'm going to make the choice for myself, and I'm putting an end to this. I'm putting a stop to this with the Judgment card here. So some of you are really considering getting divorced or legally separating or filing for custody or something of that sort. Okay, something feels very final about this, but yet not quite. Like something feels like maybe they're not playing this time with this threat that they made. They've done it 1,000 times. They made 1,000 threats, but this time it seems more serious about it. Or they promised to pay you back a million times and made little efforts, but this time it doesn't really feel like they're going to pay you back, and they don't take you seriously when you say, hey, if you don't pay me back what you owe me, I'm going to come and take your vehicle because this is family. Or somebody's threatened 1,000 times they're going to quit working for you, and then this time they didn't show up to work, and you're wondering, did they really quit? Or vice versa. You may have done that to an employer, like, you know what, I'm sick of this shit. You guys don't treat me right, I'm done. And they weren't taking you seriously, but now they're starting to wonder, maybe we should have took Aquarius a little more seriously. Maybe Aquarius is really fed up with our shit. It's kind of where I see you at. Okay, excuse my language. I know I'm total potty mouth today, and I really don't give a shit. God. But yeah, so Judgment here, something final. Someone's considering something very final. There's a finality to this. There's a finality to these games and what you're not willing to put up with anymore. Somebody's had you stuck in your head for way too long. You've been standing back, waiting, and holding back from doing what it is you said you would do. Had they continued to make the choices that they made, and for some reason you're like, this time it's got to be different. There's got to be a different outcome. Seven of Pentacles. You might have invested a lot into this, a business person or relative that you loaned money to. Like I said, I've given you a few situations here that could likely be your situation. But I see a few more. No, don't start right now. Don't do it, or I'm going to put you in timeout. So, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in the reverse. Somebody feels like they've... Oh, she's not the least bit scared. I can make all the threats in the world, and she doesn't take me seriously. Kind of like your person here, Aquarius. How about that? So, anyways, excuse the background noise. For those of you that are parents, you can completely understand. Some of you are dealing with a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Definitely have a lot of Pisces in their chart. Some of you are dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. If not, dealing with a fire sign. If you're a feminine dealing with the masculine energy, he's probably a water sign, or a Virgo, or another Aquarius. If you are a feminine Aquarius, you could be likely dealing with, a feminine. If you're dealing with another feminine, you could be likely dealing with a fire sign here. The situation I see is somebody here feels they've invested a lot into somebody or a situation. And all they've gotten back is lies, cold-heartedness, emotional manipulations, the poor me. They think that you're stupid. They treat you like you're stupid, like you don't know what's really going on. They may be hurting themselves, hurting others, making threats, making promises to change and not coming through with it, pretending to be the victim here. You're highly intuitive. You know this person very well. So you are not easily bullshitted. You may have completely cut this person out no matter how much you've invested into this, or vice versa. Okay? You're starting to really safeguard your feelings, and you have some kind of ill feelings towards what it is that you feel that they're doing or the choices they're making. They may even be dealing with somebody else. You may see them as somebody who's manipulative or promiscuous, and you feel like that because of their bad choices with the third party, Three of Pentacles here, Queen of Wands in the reverse, dealing with a third party situation. They may have been dealing with a third party situation who was very promiscuous or just very manipulative, and some would even say that maybe that they're a witch because the black cat is sitting by her legs. But either way, you may feel that you have to really protect yourself from this person because of the choices they make and the people that they give their time to. And they may owe you money. They may owe you a lot. You may just be a married couple that at this time, it's like finally coming down to the end of the rope for you. You're really fed up. This person may have done these games before, left and come back, or vice versa. And this time something seems more final about this. You're starting to really wonder, are they serious this time? Are they coming back? Is this really the choices they're going to continue to make? If the choices they're going to continue to make, then I don't want anything to do with them. I'm not going to communicate with them. I'm not going to collaborate with them. I refuse to stay married and stay in this relationship. I refuse to continue having them on as an employee. I don't care if they're family or not. If I have to worry about my finances, if I have to worry about if whether or not my assets are safe or if I'm safe, if I have to worry about protecting myself from this person, then family or not, or husband or not, I'm going to have to let them go because they've become too manipulative with their emotions. They become totally unclear about what direction they were wanting to go in life, and it's definitely not where you're heading. So you may not feel like either one of you have the same ideas or the same direction in life anymore, and it might be time to actually put a final end to this. Minus the children, which obviously would have to be separated in a court situation from what I'm seeing here. I really feel like you feel this person has gaslighted you, lied to you, manipulated you, and treated you like you're stupid. But I also feel in some way that you've been holding back, Aquarius, secrets about something. It could be a third party. Some of you could have had a third party, and this person was very well aware of it. And now, maybe this has happened in the past before, and they've said that I'm leaving this time. If you do that again, I'm leaving this time. If you do that again, I'm leaving this time. But they never leave. And Aquarius, they may have actually left this time. And you're starting to wonder, are they serious or are they coming back? They're not serious. They're just trying to manipulate me, bullshit me. But at the same time, they got you enough up in your head that you're going, they actually might be serious. They might not be coming back. They may have met somebody else you think, or just be doing things that, though they may deny it or try to pretend they're not, you think that they are, and that's why they are not seeing clearly. You think that they're using their, for instead of their head. Okay, let's see an outcome here. Yeah, I really feel like this is going to be there's more finality to this than you realize. Okay, so for those of you that had children with this person, you may end up filing for divorce, legal separation, or moving out of the home, or asking them to move out if that hasn't already happened. Some of you feel as though if they don't want to be a part of this family and function the way a family does, then they don't need to have anything to do with this at all, and you just want to push them completely out of your life. Like, just go away. If you're not going to be the wife, the mother, and the partner I need, then we don't need you at all. And I really feel like this person could be a little bit codependent, and so you're trying to kind of put that fear in them, like, hey, you need me because you need me for stability, you need me because you need your kids, you need me for a lot of things. So if you're going to continue making the bad choices you're making, then you can't have any of this, not including me, so I really feel like some of you are putting your foot down and just saying, like, look, you You can't come and go as you please anymore. I'm not going to play this game no more. I'm no longer waiting on you. But some of you Aquarius is, what I don't think you realize is that some of your partners view you as the one who's been playing games, and they may have made threats in the past to leave you and not come back and to do things that, and they never actually have followed through with it. At least not really. This time something seems different about this. Especially if there was a third party involved, they may be taking action towards somebody else because they either have another child outside the relationship, or they're just very codependent and they feel that they need to be with somebody at all times. And if they're not getting their way with you, then they'd rather be somewhere else. Some of you have really hurt this person in the past, and they just can't get over it, and they can't. There's no healing. They're not healing themselves properly. They may be drinking. They may be just ignoring their pain and just trying to throw themselves into any situation they can to avoid dealing with the conflict or dealing with the truth. Okay, but either way, they are hurt and they don't want to repeat this with you anymore. Yet they don't know how to be alone or to let go completely. Okay. They're very codependent. Looks like there's a lot of codependency here with children involved too. So this could be, if somebody works for you, they could be very codependent on you. Like they're constantly getting loans from you for their bills and stuff like that. So they're constantly owing you hours at work, and it feels like they're never getting ahead, and they just don't know what else to do. Like they're at this point where they're just like, there's got to be a better way. So they may end up just walking away from this job and completely in debt and owing you, because they feel like they're never going to be able to catch up to what they owe, and like they can't seem to make their ends meet. So they might end up just walking out on you and owing you. You might end up having to take this person to court to repay you, especially if it's a family member who owes you money. Somebody who owes you money, quite a bit of money, or something for an asset you purchased for them, or business that you maybe went on together. Something that you went on together. I really feel that you might have to take legal matters into your hands to get what it is that you want back, because at this time they are dealing with other things. They're not really focused on what it is they owe you. They don't really take you seriously, and they really don't care too much to get into it. Some of them have children on the way. Some of them have dealt with a divorce recently, and they just don't have the assets, and so they're just like, well, Aquarius is gonna have to wait. And Aquarius, you're feeling like, you know what, I'm done waiting. I'm done working with you. I want what's owed to me. So I really feel like for a lot of you though, I do see some of you maybe bringing hearing something about a child being born, or bringing a child into the world, or just like moving in with somebody to co-parent, or to, I really feel like some of you may end up hearing about somebody having a baby. It surprises you because you didn't expect this person to maybe get pregnant, or to, could be some of you could be, because some of you could be actually grandmothers, finding out about your first grandchild, or a great niece or nephew is going to have a child soon. It's going to quite surprise you. You weren't expecting this. And I really feel like it's going to help you to focus more on your family matters and on your, some of you Aquariuses are very codependent, okay? And I don't mean like you financially need somebody. I don't mean like you need somebody because it's because like you're comfortable with somebody. You've been with this person for so long, you just can't see your life without them. But I don't feel like there's a lot of love there. Maybe together you created a lot of abundance. You built a lot together, but the love itself is more. It's more like a friendship than it is really than if even that. It's just like you're just comfortable. You're just comfortable and you don't want to be alone, Aquarius. I really feel that for a lot of you. So you keep putting up with this person's shit. You just keep putting up with it. But some of you are really at that point where you're really considering filing for divorce, or separating, or taking legal matters in your hand, child custody, whatever it is, and just walking away from this situation because it's starting to make you feel unappreciated, empty, abused. And if this person is somebody else in their life now, or a third party situation is going on here, I really feel like if you find out there's a third party situation, that you're going to do your best to move on, to find somebody new, even if it's just to hurt them. I really see that too. And we have the 8 of Wands here, Empress, 9 of Pentacles. Some of you could be the mother of somebody's children and they're not taking any action towards you because they're already with somebody else. And you wonder if they miss you, if they're sad, if they want to come back, and it looks like that they're very codependent, so they need to have somebody at all times. But as for, they're emotionally healing from this situation, if you want to know the truth. They're emotionally healing from it. They're not taking any action towards you anytime soon, and they really don't know how they feel about the situation. If there's children involved, yes, they may respect and love you always for being the father or mother of their children, but they're not really looking towards taking any action anytime soon towards you. Okay? Yeah, 3 wands in the reverse. Definitely thinking about actually moving further away at a distance. You may be thinking about moving further away at a distance. A lot of you may be thinking about relocating. Or I'm wondering if the other person's going to relocate. But you're healing here. That's what the thing is. You may not get your money from this person right away. You may not be able to get your assets that you put into something back immediately. You might have to file a court case here. You might have to file for a divorce to make someone realize you're serious. Some of you just might have to move on and heal because there's just too much water under the bridge here. And you've really been with somebody out of necessity and not out of love. And both of you know that. And it's just time to move on. I really feel like you're healing well, though, Aquarius. You're really starting to heal well. At first, you maybe have had some difficult times with this, but I think you're starting to stand in your power now and go, you know what? They don't need to threaten me no more that they're going to leave me. I'm leaving them. They don't need to threaten me with a divorce. I'm divorcing them. I don't want to hear anymore about if people come to you and they start talking to you about your person and like about what they're doing, you're like, you know what? If I don't bring it up, don't bring it up. I don't want to hear about it. I'm done talking about this person. I'm ready to move on. I really feel that for a lot of you, especially those of you feminines. Time to move on. Time to move. I really feel like you're just done waiting around on this person to change. I really think that maybe some counseling or some legal advice before you take any steps towards that would be a really, really good idea. We have guidance with the wolf. Some of you have had a family with this person and you want to do family counseling. Try to work things out that way. And there might be an opportunity for that. But I don't know if that's going to heal the situation or not. But it doesn't look like it from the outcome. But remember, you are the master of your own universe. And I'm just some random girl on the internet. So you are the master of your outcomes, okay? It's just a predictive. There is going to be opportunity to come together and get some counseling or something like that. Or to try to do some mediation or try to work through some of your guys' issues. Or try to come to some agreement on a payment plan or for them to work off what they owe you or something like that. Don't react. Don't put yourself out there. Don't get on social media and act a fool and lash out. Don't respond to negative messages. Don't allow people to sit around and talk about the person you're trying not to think about. Just if you need to isolate a little bit, just go within yourself, pray a lot, and just stay quiet. Stay silent is your guardian's best advice right now. Especially for those of you mothers. Stay silent and pray. It's a time for prayer and silence. It's not a time for reactions or actions, okay? Maybe a time for opportunities to gather your families for counseling, for mediation, to work things out, and so they don't have to be so it don't really have to come to this judgment, something final. Maybe it feels very final this time, but it doesn't have to be that way. Before you quit that job, talk to your higher ups. Before you file that divorce, get some counseling, and maybe get your children counseling, maybe even yourself counseling. Before you go and take somebody's stuff for the money they owe you, maybe you need to sit down and make a payment plan and see if they can't try to work things out with you just in a different way. There's going to be opportunities to work things out in a more positive flow, which will affect both of you in a positive manner. Okay, so no matter what, when we hate somebody or we're angry at somebody, it affects our lives too. That hate, that anger that we hold inside of us affects us too. So if there's a positive way to get through this and to communicate with somebody and to get your point across clearly, then do so. But if not, then just right now, don't make any sudden moves. Don't make any reactions to their actions. Just pray and be still. That's what your guardians are telling you right now. Be smart, Aquarius. Don't be stupid. Okay? And don't put up with what you don't deserve. Because what you will allow, you cannot change. And that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Love you guys.